All right. So let me just share this with some people because apparently people don't get notifications after I post a couple of videos. So I want to just let people know that I am live. Um, Oop, wait. So we'll do what's trending. Sam Bankman-Fried. Shout out to everybody. All right, how many people we got here? 57. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Hit the like button as soon as you get in here. It does help out. Um, Good morning. Thanks for raising the ship burn. Uh, how many? 10 billion%? Yeah, I don't know how much I even raised the ship burn, but it's funny how we had such a low burn and we had a high percentage, and people were like, "Oh, this is the most amazing thing. We had 900%." I'm like, it's not that great. It's just somebody burned a little bit more than usual, which average was very, very low at that time. Good morning. I still have hope for LUNC. So do I. SBF is probably picking up a bar of soap now. I'm sure he's in like a some sort of holding cell or something, because it wouldn't fare well for him if he was grouped up with just other inmates, um, because of how much he was worth, how much he's probably hiding somewhere. Good morning, Matt. Watching from the Bahamas. Are you? Did you watch the situation happen with binoculars? Is that what you're saying? Do you still think SPF was responsible for the Luna crash? I don't know. I don't even think so. This is a difficult situation, right? Um, I don't know if everything that's held against him will stick, right? Um, so obviously he's been arrested, but you still have to go through with all the proceedings. You still have to go through all the charges, and it's just um, I don't know, but I wouldn't say it was behind the crash. Maybe he had some part of it because he has an exchange, and yes, you're going to see exchanges that are a part of the crash, because with certain amounts that go through it. Now, I don't know if he did absolutely short it. We'll never really know unless we have the different detail there. So I would say I I would say I'm always innocent until proven guilty in a situation, but um, the world has come to where everybody's guilty until proven innocent, which um, is sort of ridiculous. But I guess you want to stop him from potentially running if that's the case. Your ship burn was the talk of the town, was it? I didn't know it was that big. Um, that's funny. And I didn't even like claim it unless it was on YouTube. That's where I claimed it, but I didn't really claim it on Twitter. I just retweeted the actual burn. Um, uh, That's funny though. Yeah, so actually, let me check because I know we're talking about Sam Bankman-Fried, right? And I wanted to go through an article to really talk about that. Let's go live on TikTok. I forgot about this. This this camera looks horrible. We now receive guests, and now the camera looks super clear. Bring this side down. All right, anyways, um, what was I doing? Oh, the SHIB burn. Your SHIB burn was the talk of the town. What time for the inflation announcement? I don't even know at this point. I didn't even um, figure that that was a thing. We'll figure that out. It's probably, I would guess, 8:30 or 2 o'clock. Um, it may be 4. I don't know. Uh, Locked your boy up. Damn. I mean, it's not my boy. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. P here, by the way. Well, thank you for being here, Mr. P. Funniest animal videos. Um, yeah, let me check. Let me go to SHIB burn and see the burns there. I'm gonna go to the website, see if the percentage. Yeah, so the burn was up. It's up 138% right now, where the Shiba Inu burn is up 138%. There was another burn that was 15.5, and I don't know who burned that. Was it somebody else that followed in my footsteps to do that, or was it just a standard thing that happened past hour? This was 11 hours ago. You saw this burn. Who did this? When will the game burn? The game should burn a lot more than that. That's definitely a good question. Maybe that's another video idea. Okay, perfect. All right, so how are you guys doing today? People saying Binance could go down. I have seen that people are saying Binance can go down, that they're hiding something, that, what crypto.com has done. If Binance goes down, then this is definitely a horrible, a really horrible situation, because that's literally not just, $1 billion or $2 billion, but it's tens of billions of dollars. And we're talking about um, close to like 10 or 20 billion dollars of customer funds, as well as whatever the hell's going on with the entire thing. So I wouldn't necessarily say that that's the case unless people really start to pull out, because I don't think, even if they do, it's just going to devalue what the exchange is, and I believe it will take trust completely away from cryptocurrency. So I hope that that doesn't happen. Um, Do you know how to stake AVAX on crypto DeFi wallet? You should be able to stake. So I don't know. I can't check with my phone. I would, show you or bring it up, but I have my phone streaming live on TikTok, so I can't do that at the moment. Uh, if Binance goes down, everyone goes down in the industry. Um, I wouldn't say everyone goes down, and I wouldn't agree to that 100%, because there are companies that are giving everything, all their information possible, and I think Crypto.com and Coinbase would still be there. I think they would have a hard time, but I think they will still be there. If Binance does go down because of some things that they are doing, it's based on what they are doing, and that doesn't mean that the entire market is doing it. Now, the market will struggle. Bitcoin will be at the lowest prices you will ever see. Ethereum will be at the lowest prices you will ever see. All of these different cryptocurrencies will be at very low prices, and the recovery will be not only 1 year, it may end up being 2 or 3 years if that's the case, because Binance is huge. We're talking about, like I said, tens of billions of dollars that are flowing through Binance itself. And that's on a volume basis, not really worrying about what people are holding. This is on what people are spending daily and, selling daily and buying daily. 8% inflation would spook the market. To tell you the truth, I haven't paid attention to inflation maybe in the last 2 months. I've, yeah, maybe in about 2 months, I haven't really paid attention to it heavily because of all of the, I think, FTX drama and the build up to that and everything there. And I know it was in the background, but I haven't like really paid attention to it. Um, Only Binance US would be affected. Wait, this is true, not regular Binance. I think Shibarium will be the piece of the puzzle that brings everything together, and the burns will be everywhere. I hope you're right. I really do hope you're right that these burns will increase, because at one point we saw these burns, at 300, 400, million, 500 million, a billion at times, and we were like, all right, we're gonna burn a billion a day. That's good. That'll work. It won't be the literally best thing that we could have, but burning a billion a day is fine, right? We would obviously like to see a lot more than that, but a billion a day would be 365 billion a year. It would still take a hell of a long time, but right now we're burning, an average of like 10, 20 million a day. Now we have this where we increased it 138%. So I don't know. I don't know. But Sam Bankman-Fried is trending on Twitter. I, for one, welcome our new overlord, the digital dollar. All right. We should do a burn challenge where each person have to burn $100 and them call a name to the next person to the challenger. So kind of like the ice bucket challenge, but for cryptocurrency. It would be difficult because I think, why are comments being deleted? Comments are not being deleted, they're being retracted. Some person retracted their comments, but I don't see any comments that have been deleted. Um, yeah, there's a lot of comments that have been, or a couple of comments that have been retracted, but I haven't deleted any comments. Um, but when it comes to $100, there's a lot of people that don't even have $100 invested in Terra Luna Classic. They've invested a small amount because they don't have a lot of money, and I wouldn't put it on them to burn $100 or throw away $100, because $100 is a lot for some people. For a lot of people, it's a lot. Except for a lot of people, it's $100. No shit. You act like the value is going to change. Well, with inflation, yes. SHIB will be the next FTX. Really? I mean, FTX is a whole different situation. If Binance token drops below 200, the next big support is 40. Oh, what? That's a huge difference. The next big support or major support is 40, but I'm sure it has a bunch of different supports in between there. What's your price prediction of LUNC and SHIB in 2025? So it depends, right? We don't even know what's going on with the crypto market, right? Because this is where I always talk about variables, and people will say, "Oh, well, your prediction, may not hold true," and it's right. It may not hold true because there are a ton of variables. The variables that we had in place in the last year, we would have never guessed, right? There's a lot of people that were like, hey, join FTX, join Voyager, join all these different, platforms and all that stuff. Nobody would have guessed if that this would have happened, that Sam Bankman-Fried would be arrested, that Do Kwon would do what Do Kwon did, right? And then, which I don't even know what he did, but Luna and UST would do what they did. We don't know any of that stuff. So the fact that all of those variables happened makes the situation a little bit worse. So again, we don't know what variables will take place. We don't know where people will be. SBF informant now. I am, or you're saying some SPF is an informant now? Probably. Kind of like Catch Me If You Can, the movie Catch Me If You Can. Um, but yeah, that's the problem, is that the variables. If we're talking about um, no variables within just the crypto market, as in like major news to crash the market, yeah, I expect Terra Luna Classic to be up to some of these higher levels that I believe it could get to. You know, a $12 billion market cap. However, um, the issue is that we don't know. We don't know if we will see burning within Terra Luna Classic. We don't know if we will see any more negativity that happens to the market, and that in turn affect Terra Luna Classic. So there's so much that you can't fully predict, because none of these things that happened over this last year were even close to predictable. Yeah, we got 157 people here, guys. If you could hit the like button, please do so. It does help out. If you're on TikTok, double tap that screen. We got 4 people here, but we have 253 likes. Domino's area. Wait, Domino's area about to fall. Luna was predicted. Luna was predicted. So you're telling me that Luna, the crash and the rise, was predicted? Luna was not 100% predicted. Yes, it was predicted that it would fall, because obviously people didn't believe in algorithmic stablecoins. There's always people that are going to question it, and there's always some form of prediction that will be right. It doesn't mean that you're 100% right all the time. So somebody may predict that Terra Luna Classic falls and goes to zero, and doesn't recover. However, no one would have predicted that Terra Luna Classic, I guess besides me, would gain a community, a larger community with millions of people, millions of holders that want to invest in this position or see it thrive, right? So, um, as you see the opportunity, you jump on that opportunity, and that's what I did. So no one would have predicted that it would come up with this larger community after something as big as that crash, right? Um, so there's always some form of the prediction that, or some form of what has happened that was not even close to what we could have predicted. Um, I hope Steve from Voyager gets the SBF treatment. He stole 1.5 billion funds, but no one cares. I probably wouldn't say nobody cares. It's just this is overshadowing it. Did you see the Your Pop video getting all excited about the uh, mysterious 19 million SHIB burn? No, I didn't. I didn't see that. He has some videos talking about the mysterious 19 million SHIB burn. Oh, is this it? Shiba Inu X Crypto.com. Big Shiba burn in the last few hours. Um, yeah. So I didn't see it. Did anybody comment on the video? Let me pause it. Uh, Surprised he doesn't have any comments. Yes, like, well, it says he has 15 comments. Why does he have no comments? That's weird. That's very weird. Did he post something on Twitter? That's funny though. It's mysterious. I mean, I retweeted it. I just didn't say anything. Uh, oh, buy a crypto.com wallet in the last few hours. Keep it going. So, yeah, that's my crypto.com wallet. Laughable. I remember we used to burn so much more. Um, yeah, nobody said anything. That's funny. That's funny. Uh, yeah, I commented. Also, Zach Humphreys talked about the 19 million burn. Did you look into Casper already? I think I did look into it at one point. I haven't looked into it recently. Do you think he will be forced to put back the stolen money into the ecosystem of Terra Luna Classic and then burn all that money? Um, do I think that Sam Bankman-Fried will be forced to put it back in there? Well, the problem is that they don't have any um, they don't have any proof that he was connected to um, Terra Luna Classic. And if you're talking about that by Sam Bankman-Fried putting that money back in there because he shorted it, um, I I would say no. Uh, if they find out some form of information, I would imagine it's more of like a starter, like, hey, we shorted this position. If everybody else decides to move along with it and go the negative route as well, then things start to fall even more, and they just took a gamble on that. But um, will they be forced to put that money back into FTX, or sorry, into Terra Luna Classic or Luna Classic community? No, I don't think that's the case. I don't think they'll do that, or be forced to do it. Um, I actually don't think they have much to go off of. I do want to, read everything that's here. This will not make Do Kwon innocent. He took a ton of money on the way out, and then is arrogant enough to start another coin. Um, it's like running out of a burning building without trying to help. Yeah, yeah, that's what I said. I posted a video, and it may have not have been popular with some people. That if Do Kwon decided to stay, right? If he decided to stay with Terra Luna Classic, it would have taken some period of time to adjust to him being there, and making decisions and all of that, because people wouldn't have trusted him, right? Um, but if he would have stayed, it would have at least had a different picture, and people would have been able to be helped. I think he would have been able to do a better job of bringing it back to where it needed to be. But then again, if he didn't learn from his lesson, then maybe it would be the same situation all over again. I mean, I figure he just wants to remain wealthy. That's typically what happens within these situations. Is people have a certain amount of wealth and they want to remain wealthy. So they try and maintain that wealth by giving themselves some sort of a payout throughout the down times to make sure that they survive at least. And I'm sure he has done that. He said that he only has what, like 100,000 or something to his name, like he doesn't have anything. Um, but he would have been able to help out so much if he would have been able to do that. And it wasn't a popular opinion. I know it's not, because nobody wants him to do that, but I think instead of crumbling it up, but bringing all the resources back to Terra Luna Classic would have been a good situation for the overall community, and then we vote on what we want to have happen. Obviously, they can find a way to pay off validators, and I hope they don't do that, because it looks like everything we're doing now, it doesn't make sense why the validators are going against the community, but that's a whole nother situation. Breaking news: FBF found dead in jail cell. It's suspected he committed suicide. You're joking. You meant that coin, not you. You could look into it as the highest. Wait, what do you? You're joking by saying that. You, you're joking. Don't say that. I'm not watching that. Yeah, I don't. Um, why does it say that? That's not right. Yeah, that's not. I don't see anything on that. I'm gonna say no. Richard, thank you for that $20 super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, you meant that coin, not Caspa. you should look into it um, as the highest DPS and transactions per second, which is scalable, unlike other coins. I believe I have looked into it. Good one, Richard. Well, we'll definitely have to take some time, but I do want to go into the SBF article, I guess. Good morning, Matthew. Good luck on today's stream. Awesome news that FBF was arrested. SBF was arrested, and we'll see some form of justice for those that lost a lot of money. I mean, the only justice they want is not like just him arrested. They want their money back. You know, everybody that has invested in, FTX, you would like your money back because you put your money into various cryptocurrencies that you believe in, and now you're taking trust away from the community. Um, SBF is safer in the U.S. He's Sammy the Bull Gravino now. Gravano? I don't know who that is. It's a joke. They're saying he was off by Hillary. Oh, okay. He hasn't been in jail long enough to know how to do that. It's true. Maybe he's been researching it. Um, Floating high show facts, not speculation. Exactly. A dead man can't pay back any money. By the way, any bubble schmaps bubble schmaps holders in here? I don't know about that. I don't even know what that is. Bubble schmaps holders. Bubble schmaps. So Sam Bankman-Fried, founder of the collapsed cryptocurrency exchange FTX, has been arrested in the Bahamas. The country's attorney general said he is scheduled to appear on Tuesday in the magistrate's court in the Caribbean country's capital. Police said that Mr. Bankman-Fried, 30, was arrested for financial offenses against laws in the U.S. and the Bahamas. Last month, FTX filed for bankruptcy in the U.S., leaving many users unable to withdraw their funds. According to a court filing last month, FTX owed its 50 largest creditors almost $3.1 billion. Among the most serious allegations against Mr. Bankman-Fried is that he used billions of dollars of customers' funds to prop up his investment trading company Alameda. It is unclear how much people who have funds in their exchange will get back at the end of the bankruptcy proceedings, though many experts have warned it may be a small fraction of what they deposited. That'll obviously suck. If you can get back anything, that's obviously a good thing. Um, but obviously, people want to get back everything that they have. You don't want a small fraction. You don't want 10%, but 10% is better than nothing. You don't want 25%, but 25% is better than nothing. You know what I mean? The FTX exchange allowed customers to trade normal money for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Cryptocurrencies are not currencies in the traditional sense, but are stored online and act more like investment vehicles or securities. Don't say that. Uh, Often with a high degree of volatility. Now, yes, we typically do see more volatility. That's what makes people interested in the markets, typically, because what we see with stocks is more consistency. You can see some that run, but more consistency in most. Their anonymity means they have been favored for they have been favored for criminal activities such as drug dealings and ransomware attacks. I mean, why are they talking about cryptocurrency like that? Why are they putting it in a box saying that it's nothing but a drug front and ways to launder money and all this other stuff? But their supporters say there is a huge potential for innovation. Yes, there is, and independence from the government. So obviously, that's what people believe or would love. Bankman Fried, once viewed as a young version of legendary U.S. investor Warren Buffett, and has recently, maybe that's why Warren Buffett just really doesn't like cryptocurrency, and has recently, as late October, had a net worth estimated at more than $15 billion. He had become well known in Washington, D.C. As a political donor, mostly to Democratic politicians or groups supposedly uh, supporting pandemic prevention and improved crypto regulation, no matter what else they actually support, which may benefit FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried in the end. Um, Mr. Bankman-Fried will be held in custody. Um, uh, Pursuant of our nation's extradition act, the the Attorney General of the Bahamas said in a statement. Earlier this evening, Bahamian authorities arrested Samuel Bankman-Fried, or scam bank run fraud. That's what people say, and that's why I have as my title, or my not my title, my what is that? Thumbnail. There we go. Couldn't think of the name. Um, Request the U.S. government based on a seal of indictment, sealed indictment filed by the Southern District of New York. We expect to move to unseal the indictment in the morning, and we'll have more to say at the time. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Manhattan said in a tweet. Wall Street regulators also said they would be taking action against Mr. Bankman-Fried. We commend our law enforcement partners for working to secure the arrest of Mr. Sam Bankman-Fried in the Bahamas on federal criminal charges. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission um, Officer Goober uh, said in in a statement. Uh, um, the Securities and Exchange Commission said separately authorized. Sorry, it's funny to me. Um, Authorized charges related to Mr. Bankman-Fried's violations of our securities laws, um, which will be filed publicly tomorrow in the Southern District of New York. He added, Mr. Bankman-Fried uh, had had been due to testify about the collapse of FTX before the U.S. Congress on Tuesday. However, he will now be unable to testify, according to Congresswoman Maxine Waters, who said in a statement that she was surprised to hear that he had been arrested. Mr. Bankman-Fried's lawyer did not immediately reply to BBC request um, for comment. I guess that wouldn't even have made sense for him to testify, right? I feel like they never ask the questions that, um, like they understand cryptocurrency. They ask the questions like they're trying to understand what he even did in the beginning, like how he started, what cryptocurrency is. They ask all those questions, like when they have like um, Mark Zuckerberg testify for some reason, they'll ask him all about questions like, well, what is Facebook? What is Facebook really? What is the internet? Is the internet still a thing? Like they'll ask all these dumb questions, and it's like, what? I've been so I don't know. I've always thought that there's no such thing as dumb questions until I hear uh, Congress people ask questions about anything online. They start asking about Amazon. Well, is it like Amazon? Is Facebook like Amazon? Because I know what Amazon is. I buy packages. Can I buy packages from Facebook? Just my opinion, the US government will use SBF and FTX as a main purpose of completing regulation on all crypto in the US. That's probably why, yeah, I 100%. They want to push major regulation in cryptocurrency. He's getting probation. Yeah. Uh, let's see. So, on FTX, the wait, sorry. not responsible for this content. FTX, the owner and operator of XTS.com. Currently, exchange was founded in 2019. Bankman-Fried, a former Wall Street trader, and Google employee Gary Wang. It became the second largest crypto exchange in the world, trading about 10 billion in cryptocurrencies a day. Wow, I didn't know it was that big. But on the 11th of November, filed for bankruptcy protection after users pulled $6 billion from the platform in 3 days, and the rival exchange Binance abandoned the rescue deal. At the same time, Mr. Bankman-Fried resigned as FTS chief executive uh, officer, I guess. Um, so this is crazy though, where I sit here and still think about to this day about CZ saying that he's going to sell his FTT token, but then never make a move. I think it was literally just to secure FTX and try and acquire them because they knew that they were competition. If they were the second billion, seeing $10 billion a day in volume, like if you go over to exchanges over here, you're going to see that Binance in trading volume has 13.5 billion. Nobody else has that much, that many $1 billion in volume. You can even see Coinbase has $1.2 billion in volume, but Binance has 13.5 billion. So trying to acquire FTX, and when they have $6 billion in debt, they could have done it. But the problem is that if they're potentially in a bad situation, um, they would have been in a worse situation then. SBF is being arrested. Is being arrested to stop him from doing more interviews and eventually saying something about the government that we should hear. I mean, you might be right. You never know. You never know what's the information behind it. Because yes, he is, uh, arrested, but how many facts do you have to go off of? So it's yeah to stop him from doing. Yeah, I guess maybe it is because he was a big donor, right? Maybe he's gonna release a lot of information that goes on in the U.S. Might be right. SBF will plead wait will plead autism, and he will be limited to 8 hours of video games every 12 hours. I hope uh, that's not too hard. I mean, it might be. It's difficult. Depends what video games they are, right? If you're playing, they should just make him play nothing but horror games and then stream it. Because then him getting scared in multiple games may make up for the fact that people lost billions of dollars. Am I right by saying that? I'm just joking, guys. It's not going to make up for that, but it would be hilarious to see him have to play it and get insanely scared. I would like to play some horror games, but I feel like I couldn't do it. I was watching somebody on YouTube the other day, Hollow, and he was playing a horror game, and it like I don't know, the jump scares would get me more if I was playing them. I mean, they got me, but I feel like if I was controlling the person, it would get me that much more. I don't like to be scared. I don't think anybody likes to be scared. I start punching things. I can't punch my screen. I paid money for it. Um. Anyways, so uh, I guess they don't have any information on the actual like case there, but I guess you can look at this. Um. So arrested Sam Bankman-Fried, 30-year Samuel Benjamin Bankman-Fried. How many names do you need? Just playing. Obviously, that's like a hyphenated last name because you know two family members, mother, father, probably hyphenated your name, or it came from before that. Officer of Financial Investigation arrested Bankman-Fried, freed shortly after 6 p.m. on Monday, the 12th December 2022, at his apartment complex located in Bahamas. He was arrested in reference to various financial offenses against laws of the United States, which are also offenses against laws of the Commonwealth of Bahamas. He was taken into custody without um, mm, will appear in magistrate court without incident and uh, will appear in magistrate court. Um, yeah, I mean, no information that we really have. I'm interested to see, what happens here. Uh, Great work, Bahamians. Never trust a man whose hair grows looks like Crawley's. I don't know what that means. Long overdue. Maybe. I mean, I feel like they don't have much information to say that it's long overdue. How much LUNC is being held from FTX? I'm not sure. That's a good question. I have 4 names, sir. Yeah, I know. I have 3 names. And I know some people that actually have 5 names. Um, yeah, it all depends, maybe what culture you come from, or um, if your parents decide to hyphenate your name. I mean, it happens. The only thing is, like, if everybody decides to continue to hyphenate names, like, say, if you have a hyphenated name because your parents didn't agree on taking your father's or mother's name, um, or your mother did hyphenate her name, the family name, if they continue to hyphenate it, it adds more hyphens to it. So it's it's a lot. Send send him on one-way ticket to Mars. Why? So he can do harm to Mars? His mother's name is Freed. His father's name is Bankman. There you go. Exactly. That's exactly what I thought. Did I say it the opposite way or something? I've been called 15 different names in one sentence. When you, well, I've been called many of names through my life, and a lot of them, were not good. But then, a lot of people do say my normal name, which I feel like is good. Walk down, or you're driving on the road, a lot of people call you names, and it's definitely not your name if you're driving. Um, and someone almost hits you. If someone almost hits you, they're definitely not calling you by your name. They're blaming you and calling you a bunch of different things that may not be nice. It's somehow always the other person's fault. He will be a wait. He will be a yacht by tomorrow, headed to who knows where. I feel like everyone has been waiting for this day. Maybe. I don't know if everybody has been waiting for it. I mean, it's not like he's been silent. So he's been giving out information and kind of I don't know. Maybe he just really doesn't know stuff. And I saw CoffeeZilla's video. I didn't react to it, but I saw CoffeeZilla's video saying that he or technically it was through somebody else's video. So I didn't really watch his video, the whole thing. Maybe I could. Um, but from the pieces that I have seen from it from someone else's reaction, um, I saw a reaction of the reaction, and I wanted to react to that reaction. um, it's interesting. Matt, you're up early. Am I? It's 7:15. Not up early. I am going later though, because it's 44 minutes in, and I'll go until 8:30. So that's a good thing. You said it might come from before. From before what? I have 2 ex-wives, so I've been called a few names myself. My wife has called me a name. Wait, has multiple names for me. Yeah, can understand. Yo, Matt, greetings from Chicago, fam. Glad I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, by the way. Um, I was always wait. I was able to stop by to the stream for a little bit. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for being here. You know, um, I'm I'm a fan of different teams. I live in Pennsylvania, but I'm a fan of the New Orleans Saints and a fan of the Chicago Bulls. Um, just good memories attached to them. I've seen the Bulls live, but that was in Philly. Um, and I haven't seen the Saints play live, even though I wanted to a couple of games go to a couple of Phillies games. So not Phillies, but Eagles games. Um, and while they were playing the Saints, but I didn't go. Hey Matt, what do you think? I don't think Erica really likes football, but um, she'll go if it's like warmer out. We've been to Penn State games and stuff. Um, we're not Penn State alumni, but we've been there. We used to work for Penn State Health. Um, about CRO, I used to. CRO decrease in price. Thanks for everything. Yeah, what do you think about CRO's decrease in price? I think CRO's decrease in price. I don't know how much it has decreased in price because I know the market is up right now. But with the decrease that it has had all the way down to about 6 cents, let's scroll down here. Where is it at? It's somewhere here, right there. With the decrease down to 6 cents, it creates opportunity. I mean, I know people are skeptical about exchanges, but I do like Kronos a lot. It's my biggest investment, and I will continue to invest more. If it finds a way to go even lower, yes, I will continue to invest into it because I would love to hold 100,000 Kronos. Right now, I hold 79,000. I believe that's what it is. If I go over to TikTok, or not TikTok, if I go over to my phone, let me see if I can go in here. I have to go back. So I'm probably pausing um, this. Let me go to my DeFi wallet really fast. Um, uh, Crypto Earn, CRO. I am holding 69,100. Oh, sorry, 69,318 CRO. Wait, sorry. I'm also holding another 9,000 over here. So 9,746. So total should be around 79,000. Plus, I have another 1,000 over in, or more than that actually, in crypto.com that's staked. I haven't unstaked it. Um, so yeah, it should be over 80,000 at this point. That's good. That's over 80,000. I would love to hold 20 more thousand to get to 100,000, and that would be it. But already I've spent, sorry, spent $13,000, 13 to 14 in between there. Dark mode is the way, Matt. Am I not in dark mode? I should be in dark mode. I try to. Are you talking about dark mode, Twitter? I do like dark mode on Twitter, but it keeps going back. Um, Not Creator Studio. Forget how to even do it. Not Twitter Blue settings. Settings and privacy. Where is display? Dark mode. There we go. That's not it though. Let me just retweet this. Yeah. So let me take this out. Take this out. And let's bring a dark mode, duplicate this one, and bring a dark mode version of Twitter over here. And now we have a dark mode version of Twitter up here. FTX scandal is trending right now. Binance 10 million is trending because they just hit 10 million. Kwon, obviously, on the run. What's interesting, and I do want to comment on this eventually in a video. Um, I wanted to see what people prefer, and it looks like a lot of people are like, "Hey, this is not going to be fair," because a lot of people believe in the burns and they don't want to take from the burns. But to be honest, this went out to more people to where you have an equal vote pretty much. 43% say we should take it from all burns, take 50% of all burns, and what is happening. But then others that agree that we should be taking it from staking rewards. Some people just want to keep their staking rewards because they don't care about, I guess, the burns in general. They just care about the use case, and that's understandable why they would. So yeah, I mean, this is definitely interesting to see it this close. I expected to see it very far away, and um, uh, also to factor in the fact that a lot of people that follow me also uh, like the burns and want to keep the burns. So the fact that it went out to a more diverse, I would say, group of people here when it comes to you know different plans that somebody has for Terra Luna Classic, it's interesting to see 56 and 43%. And even though it's higher of a percentage, it's crazy that it's that close. I thought a lot of people liked having the burns around, but apparently they don't want to have the burns around. Let's see what some of the comments are saying. Both are a bit excessive, in my opinion. Definitely need to start burning some staking rewards, though. Yeah, I would agree. Do something with staking rewards. But we need to find some form of funding. We should go back to the 1.2% burn again and remint 0.2%. 1.2% is like this. If we burn 100 million, we can send 90% to the burn wallet and 10% to support the community devs. I would agree if 1.2% was even liked. 1.2% is not liked by the validators at all, so we can't really see that. Mint more coins or tokens. Mint more coins or tokens? 100 trillion more. You want to mint 100 trillion more. That is not even an option. It should not even be close to an option. But I've been saying it all along, as well as falls on deaf ears. I just can't rationalize why we aren't burning the free money pouring out of the Oracle pool. Yeah, I would agree. I would 100% agree. It's free money. It's not taking away from anybody that's investing currently. It's taking away from the potential rewards, but you're still gaining rewards. I prefer to leave the burns for what they are, but who am I? That's what I've been saying. Who am I? Who am I to say this? I believe the burn rewards will only be used until the pool is adequately funded. I'm sure we'll see another parameter change prop to change it back when it's accomplished. So that's the problem that I have is that when we talk about getting it adequately funded, what does that mean? Because from what I understand, it's going to take a lot in order to maintain a ton of things, pay devs and also maintain Rebel Station and all these other things. So it's going to take a lot to maintain. And if it is going to take a lot to maintain, that means that it will never be adequately funded, especially with this whole burning situation, because Binance may stop burning. And if they stop burning because of this, then that means that we only have maybe 1 to 2 billion per month to go off of, right? And 1 to 2 billion versus the staking pool, I feel like we're going to change everything over, or they're going to take 100% of the staking rewards and it's going to go to the pool there because they don't want to touch rewards for some reason, or 100% of burns and it goes to the pool, not staking rewards. I wish they would take staking rewards. Perhaps 50% of staking rewards is too much. Think something between 10 or 25% of staking rewards is better. It's better for LUNC holders and the LUNC community. I mean, to tell you the truth, it's the same regardless, right? People that are, if you're gaining a certain amount, you're still gaining something in the end. It's not taking away from anything, right? It's taking away from the 20%, 27% that you can gain, and now instead of 27%, it's 13%. I mean, 13% is still insanely high. And then we're also seeing the community that's improving because of it. However, if we take away from this burn, it now says Binance, hey, we're going to take your money and we don't value what you plan to do with it. So while you burn, we're going to remint what you burn because we don't want you to burn as much as you're burning. Like, you're telling Binance what to do. So, in my opinion, if I was Binance, I would say, well, this gives me an opportunity to leave. I'm not going to do this anymore. And I'm just going to take my profit and keep it in my pocket. If I was Binance, I'm going to say 10%. So there's a lot of comments and a lot of both sides. So I'm always interested to see what people think about that. Matt missed my percentage comment. Did I? I'm sorry. I don't know. Let me see. Marley bipolar. Anyways, guys, hit the like button if you can. Because Burns is not going to implement into the exchange. It is the worst idea. Well, it's not the worst idea. It's implemented into the project, just like minting is implemented into the project. And the problem is that I don't think it's something to where we're looking for it to be fully implemented into the project. It's something we're looking for a full adoption in the beginning stages, right? It's not going to be a forever adoption, right? It's just going to be you adopted it for maybe a couple of months, maybe a year. Let it play out, then build whatever utility you want. You don't have any burns on it, obviously, and you get back to square one. I think even bullish interest rate hike won't move the market much with all the news. Yeah. Burn is not utility. You need a true utility for a good future. True. Very, very true. But I think utility is not where we're at right now. To be honest, there's nothing that really flows or runs based off of just utility. Nothing at all. Not a single project that runs based off of the utility. It's based off of all popularity until utility. You'll see when utility is the run. It's going to be a lesser percentage of a run. Right? When utility gets established, you'll see a larger run. But then when it's completed, when you see everything out there, Ethereum running whatever they're going to be running with, maybe Terra Luna Classic, maybe hopefully Bitcoin having some form of utility, which I don't think it will. Everything having its form of utility, then you'll start to see smaller percentages because it's going to be like the stock market, to where businesses run based off of how their financial performance is. Or for cryptocurrency, you'll see things start to move based on how their utility performance is. So it's kind of the same thing. Instead of it running through how the business performs, it's also how the use case can thrive, I guess, if I had to put it to that. I don't know why we don't do a 0.75% tax or a 0.5% of it gets, 0.5% of it gets burned. The 0.25% to the pools. I mean, I don't think that's a horrible idea. I just think they don't want to raise the taxes. That's the issue. And the problem is that they're just trying to tax everything from everybody. So if they see anybody put any money into the burn wallet, the burn address, they're going to take 50% of it or a certain percentage of it. And that's not something I like, because if people are saying, hey, I want to give to the burns because I believe in the burns, then they believe in the burns, right? And you're going to see whatever burns go through. So if I want to burn 100 million, I burn 100 million. I don't want 50 million to go somewhere else because I wanted it to go to the burn portal or burn pool, burn wallet. It is not technically possible. Wait, what? Matt, we can't the Oracle pool. What do you mean we can't the Oracle pool? Good morning, Matt. How's the morning so far? I mean, it's shaky, I guess. A LUNC to $10. I would love this to $10. If you guys are on TikTok and we got 6 people here, double tap the screen. Double tap the screen like 1.5 billion times because you can give me unlimited likes, and I would appreciate if you gave me some likes. I am, if anybody here does not follow me on Twitter, make sure you go follow me on Twitter because I am doing another giveaway over there. I couldn't do one on YouTube because YouTube has a ton of scams to where people are getting reached out to, and I understand that Twitter also has the same thing. It's just easier to understand who I am. Because when I reach out to you, you have to make sure you do your checks and balances. Don't just think it's me, because they have a lot of followers or something. Make sure you go and check those checks and balances. And make sure you're getting the Twitter account from me, from my description. It's Perry8K. So go over there. I am doing another giveaway over here of 5 million Luna T, which gives you free Terra Luna Classic. So if you're interested in that, feel free to be a part of that. We already have 222 likes and 61 retweets and a lot of comments. People that want free free Lunatics token. So make sure you go over there and check it out. Give me a follow. I'm gonna skip some. Binance is approximately 20%, not 50%. What do you mean Binance is approximately 20%, not 50%? We calculated it. It's a very complicated calculation. If Binance stops the burn because we don't do what it was intended for, or we both lose burners and the pool. Yeah, exactly. Maybe, but other coin community is focused on building utility, where Luna community is screaming to burn and implement on exchange also. So I don't think that's the case. The Luna community, yes, we want to see the supply burn down because we want to get established. It's kind of like I've said before, it's like creating a rescue mission. It's not about making burns just mainstream and its burns will always flow through Terra Luna Classic. That's not the case. The case is that Terra Luna Classic was, or Luna at the time, was just minting more and more coins. So there's so many coins that are out there. We want to decrease that supply to get it back to where things were and hopefully recover people's funds. It's not only about me. It's not only about the next person. It's about everybody within the community, right? Then the community can establish some utility. Right now, they're focused on utility. I would say majority of the validators and decision makers are focused on utility, which is, I think, a mistake right now because utility is not the way things are. They're setting up utility for the future, which is okay. Ethereum setting up utility for the future, ADA setting up utility for the future, all of these setting up utility for the future. However, right now it's all about popularity and maintaining that popularity. So with Terra Luna Classic, the way that you can live on that, it seems like what they're doing is more of trying to take advantage of the fact that things are popular. There's a difference between feeding to the popularity and continuing to grow that popularity and living off of the popularity or taking advantage of the popularity. There's a difference between the two. And I feel like anytime decision makers come on board, the same thing that happened with Shiba Inu, you look at, I know you could say Luna is never going over $10. I can understand where you're coming from. But if you look at Shiba Inu and how they basically focused on utility, everything was based off of how much money they can make off of Shiba Inu's success, not even feeding the Shiba Inu animal. Because if we would have been able to feed the Shiba Inu animal, not really, because I feed her every morning. I have a Shiba Inu dog. Not because of the meme or anything, and not because of all of that. I've always wanted a Shiba Inu, and we've had her for 5 years now. She's just as old as Harper. But anyways, what they did was basically say, all right, this is popular, so let me live off of this popularity. And they're going to create businesses in order to make their business popular, but not worry about the original position. And that's what I'm afraid of with Terra Luna Classic, is that you're not feeding to the popularity at all. If you're creating utility and feeding the popularity, then yes, it can work. But if you're doing, just utility, the popularity dies. If you're doing just popularity, you don't have any utility in the end. So you need to establish some sort of utility, like to establish the thought of utility and where you will go, maybe a roadmap or something, but then have the popularity that you're building upon. So it's it's definitely the way people look at it is more of like, hey, we need to take advantage of this. And they always try and pitch the fact that we need utility. You need utility. If you don't have utility, it's not going anywhere. But to be honest, in 99% of these situations, look at every single cryptocurrency that has not come and gone, but all of these popular coins and different positions that were in the top 10 for a while. Um, they have their popularity, but then they have utility that's built where people can take advantage of it. And then when they take advantage of it and it runs its course, it dies, you know, um, and not necessarily completely dies because it still can be worth something. It's just not, doesn't have the growth that everything else has. That makes sense? So you're saying LUNC is better than all other coins? No, I'm not saying that. Someone else said that. Every coin apart from LUNC has been Sam as CEO. How many coins has CZ? How many coins has CZ give them? 1 to 1.4 million dollars each month to burn off their coins, to burn off their coins, and we spiked. We spiked with every burn. Yeah, I mean that shows that burns do create, um, bullish momentum. If we have more burns or higher burns, the price moves. Um, Decreasing burns will decrease the those spikes or decrease the price movement. And I agree with you, Richard. I do. I think we need to have more burns. If we saw a point to where somebody burned 10 billion or 20 billion or 30 billion, imagine what the price movement would be in Terra Luna Classic. This is what people don't understand is that the short term is about building popularity. And I've been saying this the whole entire time. But the long term is about utility. So the internet, wait, so the interest rate was released? Was it? Bitcoin moving hard, but no other altcoins, something fishy. What happened to your SHIB pump? My SHIB pump? What SHIB pump? You joined crypto last month. You're talking to somebody else. You joined crypto last month. Yes, definitely. The only true community run coin is LUNC. It has a market cap of 1 billion being a community run coin. That's the difference. So you're not wrong by saying that. That's the difference between a lot of projects is that some are not based off of a strong community, right? They're based off of a community that was a building over the long term, right? And that may be more of a consistent community. But I think for LUNC, for SHIB, for Dogecoin, they have their strong, very, very strong communities that were built off of popularity and continue to be run based off of that popularity. So anything that happens within the news, they run. Other things like ADA or Ethereum creating a whole freaking merge and you don't see anything happen. Yes, it creates stability to where Ethereum is now well above that 1,000 mark that it was before, while Bitcoin dropped below its previous price of 17.7. Ethereum didn't drop below 800. It stayed above $1,000 or so. It even stayed above 1,200 for a long time. Proof of work, blockchain, much better investment. Why is it a much better investment of proof of work? That's more of a thought to where you're saying, oh, well, you know what, companies will choose regular people over AI any day. No, if they can save a buck by stopping people from going to the bathroom, stopping people from eating breakfast, stopping people from doing all that stuff, they can just run a an arm to run 24/7. Then yeah, they'll go ahead and do that, right? They will find a machine to replace people very, very quickly. Um, so that's sort of like saying that proof of work where people are mining and obviously consuming a lot of energy in order to do so. It's horrible for the environment. I feel like that's not something that's a better investment. I feel like it's something that's more of a um, dwindling investment. Proof of work is kind of going out the window. The only one that's keeping it alive is actually Bitcoin there. I would say for the most part. Um, Good morning. Been listening and driving, but trucks just broke down on the side of the road. So hi. Well, I'm sorry that you're dealing with that. Hopefully you can get it fixed. Do you have to do like roadside assistance at this point? Um, I didn't lose money on Luna, so it doesn't matter to me, as you can see. Yeah, I didn't lose money on Luna either, so it's more of an investment and not of a recovery strategy for me or for a lot of people. People saw an opportunity that they were like, oh, well, Luna can get back to $120. Well, I didn't see that opportunity. I saw the opportunity of it, growing back to some of these figures, some of these lower figures that would create of um, a lot of gains for me and some other people. Not true. Every coin had a spike just now. Um, every coin just had a spike, you're saying? Because I guess inflation data is out. Yes, it's strange. Altcoins dropped off a cliff while Bitcoin rose last night and today. We've actually seen that before. Yeah, so in the last time to where Bitcoin went up to, I think, 69,000 after dropping down, um, and Ethereum went up to close to 5,000, everything else wasn't making like a major move there. Because in the first in the first bull run, right? You saw Bitcoin up to 67,000, Ethereum up to like 4,000 something. You saw Cardano up high. You saw all of these other positions up very high. But then you saw things start to drop. It decreased down to like what, 25 or something, 30,000. Then it increased back up to 69,000 for Bitcoin. And Ethereum went up to damn near 5,000 there. And everything else in the markets didn't seem like they were moving a lot. So it's happened before. It's kind of weird, but it's happened before. I can't really put my finger on why. CPI data must be out. Market is going up. See, I haven't checked if the CPI data or where the CPI data is. CPI data. Um, The inflation data has come and might cheer you up. CPI has dropped from a 6.77% last month to 5.88% for November 2022, lowest in 11 months. What does this mean for you? We can expect lower interest rates from RBI. Read on. Um, yeah, that's great. CPI data released tomorrow. Expect volatility. What's the stock market doing? So we see a lot of green in the stock market, not major green, but it is green. GME is up 1%, AMC is up 0.18%, uh, Meta is up 1%. We're going to see SOS, it's down, obviously. Everything that I do hold in there is down. MEGL, 4.1%. I don't know what Harper's crying for, but makes me sad to hear her cry. Um, let me go say bye to her. Zom is up 5%. That's great. I need to start talking about stocks a little bit more. Maybe on the Not Financial Advice channel. If you guys want to go and follow me on my Not Financial Advice channel, feel free to go and do that. If you go over to, let's actually just go to YouTube and we'll go over. If you go over to my main channel and you go to channels, you're gonna see all my different associated channels. Um, whether it's friends and family. These are all my channels, the 4 channels that are up here, plus my main channel. I haven't played any games lately, but I do have it, and I do plan on playing a little bit more because right now I'm on a mission for Call of Duty. But yeah, we'll definitely play something there. I just got to figure out, what I'm doing there, and how I would record it. But then we also have the Matt Reacts. We have the NFA channel. If you guys want to go and follow the NFA channel, feel free to do that. I have a couple of videos on there, and some things that people want to watch. I just talked about Jasmine yesterday, which is getting the most views I've had in a while. So that's great. I've talked about a bunch of different cryptocurrencies. If you want me to talk about one or review one, I can definitely do it, as long as it's not something where it's like, hey, I need Matt to talk about this because this is my cryptocurrency or I'm involved in this cryptocurrency. Then it's a different story. You know, I can still talk about it, but it's not something that I'm just going to be promoting a cryptocurrency because, you know, somebody suggested it and it's their cryptocurrency. Anyways, go ahead and follow that there. Let me quickly. Did she already leave? I think she already left. Hopefully she didn't leave. Let me go check because I wanna give her a hug if she's still there. Give me 2 seconds. All right. So it looks like she is not there. They left for the bus already. So, yeah. I need Matt to talk about this cryptocurrency. What cryptocurrency? Vault Inu? Bet. Um, we have something to where we can vote on the devs and wait, we can vote in the devs in that truly supported LUNC for the community over getting paid. Maybe we can get the supply burnt, and stop paying them millions to stall us out. I mean, it's up to the community. There's a lot of people that follow others that will say, "Hey, it's all about utility," and I all of these other people that are saying utility is absolutely amazing, and that if we have this utility, we'll go so much further. But a lot of this utility is about them making money, right? Because every time it's brought up, it's like, how is the utility going to make money if we have a burn tax? Well, it's not about you freaking making money. It's about us, making sure the chain survives, making sure that we see Terra Luna Classic survive, USTC survive, all of those things. It's not about you making money right now, because in the end, when people are spending on whatever your utility is, then you will start to make money. Right now, the next couple of months, it's not about you making money. It's about you basically breaking even. That's what it's about. And then we find a way to get you and all other utility to make money. Everybody needs to bite the bullet in some form or fashion. We're taking a percentage out of everything that we spend. They are taking a percentage out of everything that's spent on their platforms and within their applications. Um, Everybody needs to bite the bullet, and the fact that we are not, um, it is a little ridiculous. That's why we don't see any type of success or quick success. If we wanted to see quick growth, we would all need to find a way to bite the bullet, but nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to you know take the burn tax. Nobody wants to implement something that will take 1% of their overall position. Nobody wants to take 50% of their staking rewards that are freaking free. It's it's insane to me that I mean, I guess I should probably um I look at it and understand that this is how the world is. Majority of humans are greedy. Everybody has some form of greed in them, but majority of humans are greedy, and we vote on things that will benefit us versus benefiting other people. I vote on things that will benefit everyone. And well, I mean, I technically vote on everything, but um, I vote yes on things that benefit everybody. The last bull run, I didn't invest much and regret it. I was watching coins rise by 10,000%. A lesson learned. I hear you. CZ, wait, at CZ, show us everything like CDC. Exactly. They do need to do that. Um, you can't have one without the other. Burns are key while the price is low, and then utility, and then add in utility, and we will have the strongest coin on the market. I would agree. I would agree that that is the way that we do things, but the problem is that we start to get um I don't know, we start to think of other things. Since the market is down and we're not seeing burns that are creating major pushes, they're like, oh, well, it's not working. It's like, are you that impatient that you really, and yes, I guess the community is that impatient, or validators are that impatient because they gave the 1.2% burn tax all of 3 weeks in order to figure out if they're actually burning, and they've still burned more than what the 0.2% burn tax has burned. Right? It's crazy to see that within a short period of time, the burn tax, the 1.2% burn tax, would burn a lot more than the 0.2% burn tax. And if we still had that today, we would have burned a hell of a lot more. We probably would be up to 60, maybe 70 billion coins that we've burned versus the 35 that we're at. And then we wouldn't even be questioning. We probably would have had more because we wouldn't even have been questioning. We would have had a lot of people that continue to buy into this position, creating more FOMO as the burns are going through. I feel like it would have just been so much better. And I understand that people are always bringing up, oh, well, uh, you know, they won't be able to build, certain DApps won't be able to build on chain. Okay, it's not a long term solution. Wait it out. You will be able to build later on. And maybe you can set up everything and then launch it whenever you get to the point where the burn tax is not there, because eventually the burn tax will be gone. And people are making it seem like the burn tax will be here forever and that the coin or project is just going to live off of this burn tax. And no, it's going to survive off of the burn tax. Hey, man, I saw you got a custom Frink NFT. Um, have you won a lottery yet? No, no. So I don't have a custom Frink NFT. It's out there, um, but I didn't claim it. So I currently have that as um, my picture. I've never claimed it. I just know it's me. So I took the picture there and just used it, but I haven't claimed the NFT. So if anybody gets the NFT and wants to, uh, you know, buy the NFT, go ahead and buy the NFT from them, and I'll change my profile picture if that's the case. If that's what you want, unless you want me to keep it there, which makes your NFT more valuable. So you can go ahead and uh, hold it. I will give up to 50/75% of every wait, sorry, whatever, it's free, people. Exactly. I agree. I would give up to tell you the truth, if it was for the right cause, which I feel like it is for the right cause, um, I would give up 100% of my rewards. I would give up 100% of my rewards to where 50% go to the burning and 50% can go to the community pool to where we can fund this overall project. I would do that. I wouldn't care anything about any rewards that I would get. I would give up all of those rewards in order to do that. So if the 880 people decide to give up 100% of their rewards, well, now we're looking at hundreds of billions that's going to the community pool, and then also to the burns, and that's per year. I would take that. If we have 27% of about a trillion, we're looking at 270 billion in total. Yeah, 270 billion in total. So I would like to see that, and if we can take 100% of that, and that goes to half of it goes to Burns, half of it goes there, that's better than what we were doing before, and also it's creating a hell of a lot of funding for the Terra Luna Classic community. But I'm not saying that we have to give up 100%. I'm saying that for us to see success, we all have to lose something. It's like when you go to a dealership. Um, when you go to a dealership, you have to feel like you're not gaining a lot, or you're not gaining everything that you wanted, price wise, and then they are not gaining everything that they wanted price wise. So if everybody feels like they have lost, that's how you know that you got a good price, right? If they feel like they're losing out on the deal, and you know that you shaved off a couple thousand from the price, then nobody's winning, but you were able to shave down the price. They didn't shave it all the way down to where they're basically making, scraps or making nothing. So um, each of us lost, but we both win at the same time. Does that make sense? We need to see this happen within Terra Luna Classic, is where we all feel like we're losing by giving up our rewards or giving up whatever we're giving up. But then in the end, we're creating a larger burn. However, with this whole burn situation and they're minting 50%, it makes me not want to implement that within the staking pool. Come on, the market is player versus player. If you don't screw them first, they will screw you. I'm not saying that people won't screw anybody, because I think you still will see the point to where people screw somebody over. The issue is that it will happen on the back end, or the good thing is that it will happen on the back end. We don't want it to happen before things get started. We want it to happen after things get established. So if we know it's going to be a crazy price increase, people will try and screw you over by selling after that bull run, right? Or after that burn. Because if we see a 100 billion burn out of nowhere, people will buy and then they will sell whenever they feel like they got to the highest point. That's player versus player. It is. You're right. But there's differences to where it can happen. If it happens beforehand, people are screwing you over for a 15% gain. If it happens after the fact, people are screwing you over for a 300, 500, 10,000% gain, right? So it's a different story versus, you being in the beginning versus the end. So I sort of agree. I'm not going to lie. CPI, bro, please. Yeah, CPI is 5.88%. CPI data is 5.88% in November, which is great. Obviously, we're seeing cryptocurrency that is making a move. It's up about 2% today. Ethereum's up about 4%. Bitcoin's up about 3%. You see some things like BNB, which I guess a lot of people question what's going on with Binance. That's down about 3%. This is actually at a very low point compared to where it's been in the past month. Dogecoin is up 1%. You're seeing XRP that's up 3%. Litecoin that's up 2%. Shiba Inu that's up 2.7%. Uniswap up 3%. Ton is up 11%, 25% in the last 7 days. So that's definitely still making a move. Thank you for following, by the way. I can't see your name. It's like Dane. I can't see it. I see Eddie in there. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. Double tap the screen if you are on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. Anybody on Twitch? We got 2 people on Twitch. I'm hoping CPI data makes the market pump this morning. We're seeing CPI data kind of make it move right now, but it's not really pumping, I would say. SBF being arrested. He is rich and well connected to politicians. So just look for some emotional/mental diagnosis, which will give him help, but no jail time. Maybe. If you're against the reverse split, then I would say you all just care about your LUNC bag and not the chain. Sam, see, no, so this is the problem, right? A reverse split, this is what it does. You need to understand what it does to the community. The community that's here is built off of the fact that they can gain a lot with it. And I know that's not something you want to run a community off of, but it's something that you can build popularity off of, right? And popularity, the way you keep that popularity is keeping the gains, or at least a large portion of those gains, alive. If you have some sort of a split, you're basically doing the same thing that you would do if you recreate a coin, right? Because as you hold a certain amount, they give you this 2.0 coin in order to take away zeros, right? And get it back to a certain level. But that also takes away from your gain. So if everybody decides to give something, the gains end up being more than if everybody does a split, right? And if we see that split and it takes away from those gains, people are going to say, you know what? I don't want to be a part of this. If I'm only gaining 10% or gaining 20%, or gaining 20x versus a 100 or 1000x, I'm not going to be a part of this, right? There's going to be a lot of people that will say that. So you want to maintain that popularity as long as possible. And that's what this burning does. It maintains the popularity over a longer period of time, where people hold longer, create more value, keep it $1 billion to $2 billion or $10 billion market cap. And then you apply utility to it after you have all of that burning that goes through. It's something that's kind of the reverse of what minting is. Because when you have a certain amount of coins that you have there, and then you have the minting process, you dilute the position slowly, which makes it look like people aren't really losing money, because as the prices are falling down, people are selling, people are buying into it, people are making some moves. So for Bitcoin, it's a different story, because people continue to mine it, but they also continue to buy it up as they see different prices. My voice is starting to get scratchy. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to stop, because I feel like if I keep going, I'm gonna get to a point to where I lose my voice. Um, I don't know why. I guess I'm talking aggressive today. Um, CPI numbers come out in 30 minutes. I thought it already came out. Oh, that's Indian. Wait, Indian inflation data is out? That's Indian inflation data. Ah, wait, no, it's not. What are we talking about here? Yeah, it comes out at 8:30. I don't know why we're looking at different inflation data. It's most important in all weeks, so it hasn't come out yet. I don't know why I'm getting Indian information here. Huh. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to get off here, because my voice is, I feel like it's like burning right now. And anytime this happens, I lose my voice the next day. So I have to relax. I'm gonna drink some water, probably drink some tea or something. And I don't know what happened in the last 30 minutes, but it's definitely burning right now. Like everything that I'm saying, it's like somebody's lighting fire every time I speak. I'm gonna have to get out of here, guys. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you to all the people that are here. I will post about inflation data on Twitter. I will also maybe make a video about it and see how that affects the market. But anyways, guys, we'll talk about that, MD. It's always great to have conversations, and I understand we're both on opposite sides here. It's always great to have conversations, and not have any name calling to anybody, saying that people are dumb, or anything like that. And that's why I keep you here and don't like ban you at all or do that. And I don't expect anybody to, because it's just a conversation based on what knowledge you have, what knowledge I have, what knowledge other people have. And it may be one against the many, but it's good to see you holding up your side there. And I hope that when it comes to the point to where LUNC or UST does make a move and everything, I hope you can come out and say, look, I was wrong. And hopefully you have some stake within Terra Luna Classic that you can gain from this. Whether you just have 1 million or, which is $170 or something, $160, or, you have less than that, just to make sure that you're a part of the train there. I don't want anybody to miss out, even if you have been against it this whole time. I don't want anybody to miss out. Anyways, guys, when did anyone call anyone dumb? I don't. You haven't. I'm just saying you don't do that. That's what I was saying. You don't do it. But anyways, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. I'm going to have a golf video sometime today. I do golf videos on my golf channel, so definitely check that out. And check out any of my other channels, as well as my Rumble account. And I'll catch you guys. Damn, notifications not working. I tried to alert people on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter and you want notifications, follow me on Twitter. Yeah, you're good. You're good, MD.